you chop it up with an old foe of yours, I think, in the YouTube. But I mean, the fact that DeAndre Swift can have you as someone he could reach out to is just like a beautiful thing from a human perspective and a player perspective. We will take a short TV break here. Let's get into the YouTube break. We've got a special guest joining us. I don't know if you're going to like this or not like this. I mean, the rivalry between Bears Packers is the best thing in the entire. I'm going to the first matchup in Chicago. It's been amazing. We've got Greg Jennings here, and y'all had some amazing moments against each other. Hey, Greg.
What's happening?
Are y'all friends? I don't know.
What up, Matt?
What's up? What's up, man?
Oh, we're always friends.
Yeah, we competed, but I wasn't on. We both offensive players, so it was a little different. Doubt. I would hate when he would go out and ball out, but at the same time, you like, man, respect. He doing his thing out there. So, you still bodybuilding
to that.
You still bodybuilding and all that?
I am.
That's crazy.
And I can say the same about Matt, man. Like when you see someone who has a skill set that he possesses, can run the ball any way you want him to run it, inside, outside, break tackles, and can catch out of the backfield. You see someone as a threat. You dislike the fact that you have to compete against them and you're not on the field to do something about it. However, you have a mutual respect for what they're able to do. So he's always been one, and he carries himself the right way. Like I love, you know how I feel about it, Matt.
Yeah. I mean, same with you, bro. Like, especially in what you're doing now, and you family man as well. That's what it's about. It's beyond just the rivalry and the matchup and all that stuff, because that will end one day, and then you still have to be Greg Jennings, or you have to be yourself. And we're husbands, fathers, brothers, mentors, all of that, and that goes deeper and it's beyond football. So we still have this NFL brotherhood. A lot of people talk about the rivalry, but you respect the guys who go out there and do it the right way and put in a lot of work, because that's something that's their legacy and that they live off of. And like we were talking about with our kids, when they get older, they might not understand now, but when they get older, they can look back and be like, man, my dad was a monster out there. He was good.
You got to show them the highlights, though. I can't believe we're just playing those 2010 season NFC highlights, like just making Matt and me cry over here. I know we want to treat our guest Greg Jennings well. First of all, y'all both went off in that game. Y'all both you had Matt. You gave it everything in that game. You had like 1 million receiving yards, 1 million rushing yards.
I had, that was my first time being in the playoffs, and then it ended up being the last time. So it was like, man, you never know, So if any young guys watching, when you get to the playoffs, bro, like go all out, because you don't know if you're gonna get back at all. And we didn't get back to the NFC Championship. So, but Greg was out there catching back shoulders every 2nd and 10 and 3rd and 8 and getting first downs. I was like, I got to do something. Give me the ball, the screen game, give me the check downs, give me the option routes. I had to do everything.
I got to ask you before we let you go, Matt, and I want answers from both of you, because I'm watching these highlights. But then, Matt, you finished your career with the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, your former rival, Greg's former teammate, he's going to do the same, likely. Who knows, but we'll see. He said yesterday he doesn't want to go out like a bum. We know what he can do when he's healthy, when he's good. He's 40, coming off an Achilles injury. Matt and then Greg, are we going to see vintage Rodgers, the one we just, are we going to see that guy in New York?
I think we will. Barring that, obviously he had an Achilles injury. Things are different now. I think you can heal a lot better from him, and which he has, and you can see that. But he didn't, that arm is still the same, and his mind is still the same. So when he goes back out there, I think you're going to see vintage Rodgers, and he's going to do above and beyond what people think. He's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, quarterbacks in my generation of when I was, playing against him. And so, and he's a competitor. You can hear how he's saying it, like, I don't want to go out like that. And that's that drive, that's that fire he's always had in him. And that's the competitiveness that he rocks. And that's what the great ones do. And so I fully expect him to go out there and ball out, just like he always does.
Greg?
I'm with Matt on this one. Look, listening to him talk and own the fact that, look, the reality is we're all out of here if I don't do what I'm capable of doing, if I don't be who everybody expects me to be. Like, that is the reality. And when you hear someone stand 10 toes down and own it and shoulder it, look, I've been in the huddle with that man. When he wants to be and when he is 100% dialed in, he is the best to do it. I will put him against anyone. And the only concern that we all have is health.
Yeah.
Like, we know what he's capable of when he's under center. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks that will be on the field. And we know he can still throw the football. It's a matter of health now. Age starts to play into it, but I love where he is mentally. I love the fact that he's 100% locked in. And I love even more so that he's embracing this load that he's going to have to bear in the city of New York.
Well said, Matt. I know you got to go. I just feel like, what do we do? Are the Bears sweeping the Packers? Are they getting their first win against them in a bunch of years? Like, what's this gonna? Let's put it out there. What do we think it's gonna be? Split?
Can I go first, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm honestly gonna put some respect on it. I'm gonna say we gonna sweep them, but it's gonna be tight. No, to be honest, I love everything that both of these organizations and teams have done and what they look like ending the season for both. The Bears, I thought they were ending on a high note. Obviously, offensively, you improved drastically. Defensively, we saw what they have the potential to be. And so you ride that into this season. I think they're going to be a formidable force. I really do believe that the Bears have a chance to make the postseason. I don't know what that matchup is going to look like, but it's going to be those vintage Green Bay, Chicago games that Matt and I played in.
So 2-0 Green Bay. What do you got, Matt?
Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and bring the broom out because that's what we gonna do.
So that's the only thing you can do.
I mean,
It's gonna be the Sandman, like at the Apollo. Bring the broom out, and that's what's going down. I gotta say that. I gotta rock with my guys. But I think it will be back to that vintage kind of those tight knit games. It's hard to win up there in at Lambeau Field, and this team, and I like you said, I like what both squads are doing and how they're organizing and setting up their teams both offensively and defensively with the parts and pieces that they're adding, but then also the stuff that they already were doing and the continuity. That's the key. When I played, we had too much turnover. Had within the 8 years at the Bears, 5 different offensive coordinators. So the continuity, we need to keep that around, and receivers timing and all that stuff. And the defense is already on the same page, really, with 10 returning starters. So I'm excited about that part.
Last time the Bears swept was 2007, I'm being told, and we'll see what the Packers can do without Aaron Jones. I think maybe Greg is thinking too much about receivers and too little about the importance of a running back. That's what I'm reading. But I'm glad we can all be family and have a good time here. Matt Forte, you're an absolute legend and just a beautiful gentleman. My love to the family, to the kids. Go show them more of your highlights, please.
All right. Good to see y'all.
You're the best. Thanks.
Good seeing you,
Great to see you.